Well, happy summer day, Memorial. The heat is on and the dog days of summer are not far behind. Like the coldest days of winter, the hottest days of summer encourage us to stay put and be comfortable. But no matter the season, Jesus never encourages us to get comfy cozy with our salvation. And the three parables of Matthew 25 are certainly illustrative of that. Jesus calls us not just to believe the good news that gives us assurance of eternal life, but Jesus calls us to full life now in becoming and growing in our discipleship. And as the World War II pastor Dietrich Bonhoeffer wrote, discipleship is not cheap. It comes with a cost. And Dietrich Bonhoeffer paid for his life for the cost of his discipleship in defying Adolf Hitler. Not all of us are called to martyrdom, but we are all called to meet the moment in these three parables from Matthew 25. The parable of the 10 virgins tells us to get ready and be ready at all times. That's keeping vigil over your heart, over your mouth, and over your mind. Our Baptist friends would say, avoid being a backslider at all costs. You can't be comfy cozy if you're watching your mind, your heart, and your mouth in vigilance to Jesus' model of what it means to do no harm, do good, and love God. The parable of the talents, and you can read that word as talents or money or gold or your spiritual gifts. Why, that's a call to action. This parable warns against burying your head, your heart, your gold, or your spiritual gifts in the sand. As disciples, my friends, are called to invest. We're called to invest in building the kingdom. Jesus might say, put your money where your mouth is. I admit I was once what I called a closet Christian, keeping my faith a closely guarded secret. Like the servant who buried his master's treasure in the earth. But the truth is, our wealth, if we have it, our time, our money, our lives are not for us. All of our gifts from God are to be invested in the lives of others. That is not a recipe for being comfy and cozy. It's a call to Christian action. But do remember that the one who provides for the birds of the air also provides for what you need for when you need it. So this call to discipleship is not necessarily a call to being impoverished, but it is a call to generosity of time, of money, and of self. And then there's the parable of the sheep and the goats, a particular favorite of mine as one who's been called to connect the world to the church and the church to the world. Feed the hungry, clothe the naked, tend the sick, visit those in prison, give water to the thirsty, and welcome the stranger. That's a call to mission, not a call to couch sitting and self-indulgence. And like the parable of the talents, it's a call to deny oneself in favor of giving to those in need. Now, one of the things I love about Jesus is the way he turns everything about the world's logic upside down. Do good to those who curse you. Turn the other cheek. Give your coat away to the one who has just stolen your shirt. Pray for your enemies. Jesus promises us not only eternal life, but full life now. And guess what? That full life is living into the message of these three parables that calls us to full life through Christian action. Think about your moments of real joy. Was it when you were on the receiving end of a gift, or was it when you saw the joy and delight in the face of someone else when you gave them a gift? Was it in relishing a trophy you earned, or in the realization that you made it possible for someone else to earn a trophy? Discipleship costs. Oh, yes, indeed it does. But the return on that investment has no price. It's worth everything So if you've been resting on your spiritual laurels, so to speak, give some thought to getting up from that comfy, cozy place and following Jesus. I promise you won't be bored. Have a blessed day.